Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spectrum Podcast. We are on episode 3. Kind of knocking these out very quickly. But we have everyone in the building of the 4. We have myself, Lee,
Hey.
Key, and Blue.
What's good?
So we have an interesting topic on today's episode. Blue feels very strongly about this
Put
topic.
me out there like that.
Well, listen, hey, this is all about you right now. So we're really going to talk about barbershop talk and how it affects us as non-hetero people. And kind of see how the issues of barbershop talk can negatively affect someone for them not knowing is in the room. So, Blue, just give us...
There, that's all I'm going to say. And on top of just going there, I just feel like it's just disrespectful to just sit there and point me out like that. Like, it's not that I had a problem with it. I just feel there's a certain way that you can go about bringing up a certain topic. And see, that's how people... Go ahead and explain the topic.
As you can see again, he's very a ways about it. So basically, like I said, we just want to break down barbershop talk and how we all take a part of it in our own perspectives. So, but I know, Blue, you had a recent event of said topic. So just kind of give your input of how the story went about and then, your perspective.
So, I just went to the barbershop. Like, no, but seriously, like, I really just went to the barbershop. It had been so long. I had been trying to chase down my barber, like, for a week and could not fucking catch him. But I finally called him and I just went, go get a haircut. And we were sitting in there and, when I go into a barbershop sometime, I don't expect much. They're the, misogynistic men. That's normal in this society from time to time for some people. But, it is what it is. Some shit funny, I'm not even gonna lie. But that's besides the point. It's just the fact of, you're sitting there talking. One of the topics we were talking about was like fathers men and people alive. And I was like, oh, my dad already said that, he's very proud of who I am at the age I am now and how better I'm doing than he was at this time. And it just looked like on his face there was this problem of like better. So then he went on the topic of homosexuality. And I was just like, Lord have mercy, why are we doing this? So he was like, I just don't see the purpose in the community. And I'm like, what do you mean by you don't see a purpose in the community? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, what's the purpose of the black community? What's the purpose of the white community? There's no set definition of what purpose a community serves. That's just something that people, how do you say? You say make up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, make up or something they want to define. People just define it how they want to.
Gotcha.
And you sitting here getting offended, talk about some, I don't have a problem with homosexuals. I just wish I would keep it somewhere and just push it back in the closet. Sir, that's hate speech. Like, I'm not one to sit there and just come at somebody for their own views or opinions, but, I just feel like there's a certain way you should go about it. If you feel a certain way about somebody, there's just a certain way you say it. And there's a certain way you take on... We know the difference between an opinion and what hate, sound and feel like. Like, it really does hit you different. Like, and you can't sit there talking about... how, he said that he's talked to guys before, not talk, but just had conversations. And people say, they respond, that love is love. And he was like, what does that even mean? Are y'all like the guardians of love? Who made the LGBT, BT, whatever alphabet letter plus the guardians of love? And I'm like, guardians of love? Like, who the fuck said that? Like, we all out here fucking up in relationships. Shit, I'm fucking up my damn self. I'm trying to get my life together. And you think I want to be a guardian of love? Like, that sounds like too much. And I feel like my life would have been together right now if I was the guardian of love, just saying. Shit. But I'm just saying, y'all, like, that.
So I have a question. So he went towards how the alphabet has no purpose till now we're guardians of love?
Yeah, in a form of fashion, it's just like
stretch. It's a stretch.
It's just like, this doesn't sound like an opinion, and then you sit here and talk about what, if my son sees somebody that's gay and he asks me that, what am I supposed to tell him?
What?
Other than what I think, other than, that's wrong, I better not ever see you doing that, this, that, and the third. I'm just like, that, and that's people got their own children. I ain't gonna sit here and speak on nobody else's parenting, because ain't that shit gonna affect you either way. But I just don't feel like, as a black person, if you see somebody else that is black and just so happens to be gay, you should sit there and down them and you proclaim to be an advocate for the black community. But you're out here going against gay blacks. That's almost like the whole Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. Bitch, Black lives are a part of all lives. Like, that don't even make no damn sense. Like, it didn't make any sense. It's stupid. Like, it's just stupid. And, sitting there bringing, using me as an example in a situation, talking about some homeboys, that went to prison and how they was like, you think, it's just a sexual thing when it comes to guys liking other guys. How do you know? Mm-hmm. Because you're not gay. How do you know how we feel? Because I know what it's like to love another guy. I know what it's like to be in love. Like, I know what it's like to like. I know what it's like to have a crush. Like, the same way you know how it is to like, love, and all that a female, it's the same for me with the guy. I just don't understand how it is for you. Like, I don't find females attractive like that. But you coming at me because it's different than what you do and you don't understand it. And then talking about it's just a sexual thing and the guys could sit here and turn me upside down, inside out. So, ain't nobody touching me. And we're not having none of that.
He said that?
Yes. Talking about he knows it's just a sexual thing and they could no.
So wait, was he saying
cross the line to sexual harassment?
Because I don't know. I don't think you. Would you consider it sexual harassment?
Well, like,
would you?
Did he imply he knew guys that would come and have their way with you against your will? Was that what he implied?
Yeah, because I'm talking about the in and out thing.
Yeah, exactly. You flip you up around and in and out.
I don't think I thought about it like that. I was just offended that you just had the audacity to sit here and say somebody else could come up and just touch me without my permission and expect me not to fight back.
Gotcha.
And then sit there talking about I ain't scared of nobody. I'll beat somebody ass, this, that, and the third. And, some of the guys in there laughing, talking about, all right now, some of them know how to fight. Don't be doing that.
Hello.
Okay.
Warriors.
Black warriors. But, ultimately, I just feel there's a certain way you should go about certain things. I like the barbershop. I grew up, going to the barbershop with my mom, seeing some of the, hearing some of the things they talk about. I used to enjoy the space, getting a haircut and everything, and I still do. Shit, who don't like going to a barbershop and getting cute? What you say, for the week?
For the week.
For the week, bitch. For the week.
If you're good, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. If your hair grow back slow, and if it growing right.
Okay.
Maybe 3. But, no. But, and I love the barbershop, and then getting older and coming into who I am now, it's just, it's just not the same anymore. It's like you don't know what to expect. And it wasn't my barber, God bless Orlando. He, does a good job. Like, come on. But, my hair be A1 with him. Orlando cool, he don't have no problem with nobody or anything, but it's just the fact of you coming at it so passionately, talking about, put it back in the closet. I would say more, but, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to say it.
And it's like, no, I'm going to say it.
And then you have a daughter who's, a lesbian.
Oh.
And,
it's hard.
Plot thickens.
And, 5 of the sons 5 sons and everything, and you don't approve of her lifestyle, so you kind of distance yourself from her. And she should just understand that. She should just understand why, and how it makes you sick to see femme black males, you know, to your soul. But
yeah, that's some hard shit.
Yeah, like it's just, you know, it's just sitting there and then taking that in, and then, you know, I'm the only gay guy there, and it's just like, you know, he's sitting here talking about, you know, gays getting so offended when somebody expressing their opinion or views on something, and how if one was to go make a complaint, then there'll be like 30 gays that'll show up and yada yada yada. And I'm just like, you know, I mean, you right, we do show up now, and we'll cancel somebody out real quick, but we'll cancel somebody out real quick, but you know, that's all I gotta say, because I'm just gonna end it there, because I feel like I've gone off about this a lot. I'm tired. I was tired of him in the space, you know. There was only so much I could do, but at the end of the day, I said what I said. I handled it very well. I didn't go off in a tangent and try to attack his character, even though I could have in so many different ways, because I just screams, you know, you doing all that and then talking about you're uncomfortable, this, that, and the third, you don't understand. You know, have you had a thought or two? But we're not even going to go into that topic today, because that's a whole nother discussion.
Well, I don't have much to say on that. Not that deeply. But my perspective as far as barbershop talk for me is I go in there, I laugh and joke because, you know, some shit is funny, but I don't really jump on conversation. One, because it's always about basketball or some BS that's going on. I don't relate or equate to either of those. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay. Yeah, I hope they win too. I don't know who that is. But I hope they're playing. I hope they're winning. But sometimes, you know, barber will have conversation. And I don't know. I know that he is cool because my old barber, she used to work there and she liked women. He was cool with her. So, if you know who you are. But sometimes I feel a sense of myself when I'm around people, well, in the barbershop mostly. Right. It's kind of like I don't feel open at a quote unquote all straight heterosexual whatever workers. So sometimes I'll tell my barber what's going on first story wise, but I kind of leave out details or I don't tell certain things. But I just don't feel like the barbershop for me is a haven unless I want to express any kind of anguish or frustrations I have with being black in this world, or chime in on that. But other than that, I'm like, just keep quiet. My barber said, what are you doing? What's been going on? You know, photo shoots, video shoots, modeling, the usual. He said, you always doing something? Like, yeah. I got, oh, never mind. Let me not say that. I'm going to Raleigh.
Keep it.
Actually, just, right. So I'm like, let's not get it. Because, you know, I know you cool, but like, maybe you're not cool to discuss.
Right, you know.
Something outside of what you're used to. But as I said, I censor myself at the barbershop because I don't feel like, for me, in its entirety, that it's a safe haven. Maybe safe for me being black, but maybe not gay. Like, the owner is like a Christian man. But I've never sat there and had conversations about them, talking about sexuality, being gay, anything sinning. They do talk about Bible-related issues and topics, but they don't get in depth with sexuality. They haven't even touched that. So I'm just like, I can still keep coming. But the moment y'all flip the script, I'm like, now hold the fuck up. You had one of us working here. What's wrong? Like, what? Like, you literally had one of us working here. So yeah, until that time comes, I'm good. But that's all I'm gonna say about that.
It's disappointing not to see progression and to see a toxic culture within the barbershop and it not being tackled, or, you know.
If you think about it, barbershop is kind of like one of the examples of not having a community behind you. Like you kind of like basically shitting on your own people. You know how you have Asian community who basically pour into themselves, family first. You have the Jewish community who basically put their money back into their community. So you see, it's always something positive, and that because it's all about togetherness. You see Hispanic culture in any form of European Hispanic or Afro Hispanic, however you want to label. But you see also them, it's always a community, it's a oneness, it's family. But you see all these other communities putting money into themselves. When it comes to black people, well, American blacks, I can't speak for outside, we're the first to take our money to somebody else. So it's like I said, the barbershop is just basically an example of we don't really help each other or talk about each other, put each other up. It's always like your son is gay and black. It's just, no, it's against Christ, against the Bible. That's not I'm like, well, I'm still black. How about that? Let's start there. I was born with skin before I had emotion. So what's up?
You're like gay, a whole nother skin color.
Like, bitch, am I purple now? Because this is gay? What does that mean? I don't know. I thought it was black people. Those would be together. But I'm good at gay shit. So that's an exception. I can't be gay and black, but I can do what? Miserable and black? I don't know.
They don't want you to be miserable.
Because mental incapacity is like, we don't talk about that. You got depressed, keep it over there. ADHD, keep it over there.
Suicide talk.
But that's
keep it.
Yes, a whole other topic. But anybody else have any just frustrations with barbershop talk?
Nah, not really. Like, I think the most
as it dies down.
most of my issues with barbershop have been just the fact that whether it's the barbershop or the car dealership or anywhere, I don't like feeling around hyper masculinity. It don't really got nothing to do with the barbershop. It's just a thing that I have a problem with in general because I have a masculinity issue and an inferiority complex. So like when I'm around like hyper masculine men, it's just really uncomfortable and frustrating. I want to get in and out. Like I don't really offer anything to the conversations. I barely listen to them. Like even when I was a kid, I had my Game Boy. Like
talk about it.
Yeah, well, they used to try to make me talk. My mom would be like, "You hear him talking?" I'd be like, well, girl, you see me over here trying to catch this damn Pokemon and shit. Like, you see me over here battling."
Yeah. They didn't really try talking to me. Like, usually, obviously, I was going with my mom or my stepdad, and they do all the talking for me, talking about, like, grades and stuff and how good I'm doing in school. But, like, so they ain't have nothing to say to me, really. So, like, even to today, like, I do got a barber that I go to that he's great. But, if he don't talk to me, like for whatever reason he's busy that day, he's been busy and he's kind of out of it, and he don't talk to me, ain't nothing is said. Like I'm not about to start a conversation, like I'm just good. Like, yeah. but not most of the time we do talk a little bit, because I know his family and he knows my family. So, but yeah, I don't really got no like super hatred for the barbershop. It's just a place I go when I need to go. It's like,
right.
I'm gonna say, why you look at me and say super hatred? I don't hate it.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. Yeah, I agree that I can see how. Yeah, it's definitely toxic, and I can see how that should be clear. Because I've definitely been in a barbershop and, pop my head up from the Game Boy or whatever I'm doing, a manga, whatever I'm distracted in.
Keep them occupied.
And, and I get a blip of what they're talking about. It is very misogynistic and homophobic and, like it can get out there. And it's rare they have someone in there who's gonna argue against it like you did, so they're used to being able to just go in.
Guardian of fucking love.
Oh my god.
They're used to being able to just say what they want to say, and then everybody around them is gonna agree or comment on it. Mm-hmm. But when every blue when someone pops in and argues the counterpoint, that's when they get thrown off a little bit, and that's probably why that guy was probably the only one talking. Everybody else is kind of just, throwing in a word or two every now and then. Because that's like, oh shit. Like, like, we're not used to this. Someone is actually on the counterpoint,
And guys would just sit there looking confused and lost and really just thinking, like, damn, this is some deep shit. Like, they ain't never. It's just so shocking to just see, like, I've never heard or seen this before in my life. Just that look. I was about to say something like, you remember when we was when that lady saw us and she looked shook?
Well, what was
we was in the store.
Damn. It's coming back to me.
Wait, no, you know what? That wasn't you. That wasn't.
It's coming back.
No, we had some stuff happen.
We have had some bitches in the store.
And it's just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's just like, sometimes when we saw this white lady and she just looked so shook when she saw two black guys walk past her, and it's just like, it's like that, like, it's like that.
That kind of, that look.
That look of like, this conversation's coming up outside the comfort zone.
Yeah.
I bet
anything outside of a comfort zone is just a look like,
I bet you the guy here shit was like, I just came for that is it. You know what? Fuck it, brush cut me.
That's all I said too.
I gotta go.
I just came for that and to leave. Like, I just want my haircut.
Yeah.
I just want to get cute for the weekend because there are events going on. And
always. But do you have any perspectives on Barbershop Talk?
Yeah. I had stopped going because of like the homophobia thing, because I was starting to get more extravagant, with what I was wearing and stuff, and it wasn't like gender normal or whatever.
Yeah.
So I had stopped going because of that, and it was like real uncomfortable to go up in there. And that was like one of the main reasons why I have grown my hair out the way I've grown it out and not continue to get cuts, because I used to get cuts when I was younger too. So yeah, that's why I had mainly stopped.
Okay. Well, obviously we have all four had some different views on barbershop experience and the talk. But I think all in all, we should work towards, we're working towards it now, but starting also in the barbershop to be more inclusive. To kind of.
Are we working on that?
I mean, we're not working on that. I'm just saying we're on like stuff. But this is something we work on as well, because we get our hair cut, we get it trimmed, we get it colored, we get it twisted, tied.
I think the real thing should be, we should push more to be more open-minded.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, you touched on this a little bit. Oh.
Wait.
What?
No, adding on to what you said, too.
Oh.
Like, inclusive and open-minded. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, it's basic.
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah, you can say.
I was about to say
they different. I mean, they're closely related.
You should be more open-minded about topics that you're not used to. That you're not used to coming up. Like, just listen, try to form an opinion. Damn, like form a legit opinion.
I say
that's actually
informed,
a fact.
an informed opinion. Like based off stuff, not just what you heard someone 50 years older than you tell you things like that.
Oh my god!
Dude.
I cannot stress enough how you should think for yourself, and not out. Yeah, elders are right sometimes.
Come on.
You can respect your elders and also, fact check them. They're not mutually exclusive.
But you should also learn that what they're teaching, like what Donald Trump is teaching, it's not meant for the way the world is pushing towards all the time. Some people still living in the past and not seeing where the future is headed. And they forget that the future is heading in a different direction than what they're used to, and they get uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Just to kind of step back, because this stuff came on my head and it's funny as hell. Do y'all remember going to barbershop as kids? And you have that one old barber, either be in the front or the back. He's never in the middle. He's either in the front or the back. And the majority of the time, in the back is the guy who owned the place. Like you always would hear the old head going the fuck off. And you see as a kid, like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like,
all the time.
And then as you get older, it's like, oh wow, you wildin' this barbershop.
That's some deep. That's really deep. Like when got a haircut last week or the week before, and there was this guy that came in and he was selling these bottles of like this orange liquid, and he was like, oh yeah, it's car wash and it washes your car and waxes, and everybody in there was like, what the fuck? Like, we've never heard of something like that before. And, everybody in there was like, oh, I don't believe that, this, that, and the third. That don't even sound right. And the oldest barber in there who owned it.
I knew
it. Was like, now y'all don't know that, this could be a revolutionary thing, Black people just don't trust other black people. Y'all always question it. But if you go to the store, But if a white person throws something at you, you're quick to buy it and not question it at all by going into a store and get it. Y'all, this man had, I don't know what it was, but like you can hold your phone up to and it was like a scan it, and it pulled up the what?
It's QR code.
That. And that. Man, I forgot where I was going for a second.
You were going.
Oh, and it pulled up the video. And after it pulls up the video, on the video it has him doing everything very long-winded, but that's a whole other marketing thing. But it showed you exactly what happened, and like it looked good. And they were still in there questions. So I don't know, maybe he probably edited it out and went and did something else with it, this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, damn, like y'all don't give the guy a chance. Like it's a $20 bottle.
I feel like
of something that you could try, and it could be the next big thing, but you got this underlying, I can't trust other black people because they're trying to get one over on me. That you just, I can't think of the word, but y'all get what I mean.
Yeah, and this still ties back in, like we don't put our money back into our own community. Because like you said, we're quick to be like, that shit don't work. We're like, well, wait a minute. It's one of us. Like, we rock. So it has to work.
And we invent a lot of shit. Like, y'all, look up black inventors.
Literally, you
Video
wouldn't be
games,
alive.
Black man. Wash machine. I forgot if it was a black man or a black woman, but they were black.
Air conditioning.
Black.
Peanut butter.
Definitely black.
Hot comb.
Black.
Jazz.
Oh God! Don't even get me started.
Country. I'm kidding.
I mean, no, we did.
No, we did. But I'm stopping. I'm done. I'm not gonna do that.
Little Nas X.
We did.
Look, Little Nas X got that man, so you
got the country boy shook. Well,
this is it.
Well, I mean, we on another subject based about the black trust, because it's so hard for us to trust. But when you're given the information in your face, and it's still like, I still can't trust it. Like you said, they had a video, and they were questioning like, oh, he edited it or whatever.
Yeah, that
majority of the time,
Kim comes there all the time, brings customers, gets his kids' haircut there and everything, and they think he trying to one up him.
Seriously, I come in here every once a week, maybe half to 2 weeks, and like, you can't trust me? But no.
Boy, I think it goes back to what you were saying before, that a part of the reason black people don't trust other black people is the underlying theme of what you were saying before is there's a lack of support. Like, if you gotta be black and nothing else for support. If you black and gay, the gay trumps the black in some kind of way. In essence, they're not supporting that community or the black percentage of that community. And I mean, and it just all boils down to that. Like, if the community by nature doesn't trust each other and support each other, that just keeps getting repeated and expanded upon within the community till you get to like what you're describing as this entrepreneur coming in and no one wants to support him because they feel like they would never support it or whatever reason. Like it's just a repeating self-fulfilling cycle. Just the support leading into not trusting. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, I for one am all about the black dollar because I feel like if we pour into our community, we all could win. I mean, that's across every community, but I feel like we could win.
Look up Wilmington on Fire.
Oh, it sounds like a documentary that I should watch. Wilmington.
We get a synopsis, or we just gotta go?
Just go look it up.
Okay.
It'll give you everything. Black excellence being destroyed. Go look it up. That's the best description I can give of Wilmington on Fire.
The Black Wall Street when they burned it down.
No,
that it did kind of happen there too. Well, it did happen. Yeah, they burned Wilmington down.
Jesus,
because it was
similar situations or
it was a port. Yeah, it's a port. So that was a lot of money.
Yeah. Child.
So yeah,
that's crazy.
It did happen in Durham too. That's sad. And then they built that freeway through there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's space.
Yeah. Like it's not funny, but it's like, damn.
There's still some remnants of old buildings there,
right? But it's just like
that,
they're like historic now.
Yeah, but for the most part, all those black businesses,
you get a statue with little words on it.
Yeah.
I love Durham though. It gave me a very interesting 5 years of academic career.
Yeah, I'm from there.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that.
I don't have much to appreciate.
I'm from Danville, so
I'm not from where I stay because I don't like it. So.
Well, we might as well. That's what we saying. Like,
I mean, Greenville is nothing to. Oh, I'm from G Vegas.
That's what they call it.
That's what they call it.
G Vegas.
What's so Vegas about Greenville?
Nothing. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out.
ECU.
Oh, microaggression and failure.
Stop.
I'll speak from the heart and the brain.
We about to get so attacked.
Guess what? I don't care. And with that, I guess it's to an end.
Yeah, we done earlier.
So I guess it leads into. Wait, what's time check?
30 minutes.
Oh wow! So we actually got right at the mark today, y'all. We were shooting for that because, long story short, eventually. And if it's okay with y'all, I'll go ahead and say this. We're going to get to the point on YouTube. I said if it's okay, I ain't asked for permission. But we have talked about it and we all have agreed. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. But eventually on our YouTube page, we hope to have a section where you guys see what goes on behind the scenes leading up to the podcast being recorded. So check that too, because it's going to be interesting. Final message for today.
Yes.
And it's crazy that I chose this and we actually were talking about it and it kind of just went together. I didn't even think about it. I was just...
That's how God works.
No, I swear. It's not the preaching
quotes. No one can make you feel inferior.
Damn.
Edit that out, please.
I'm going to take that out.
Well, just start it over.
Just start.
Quote. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt.
Oh, my auntie.
Yeah, auntie?
Yeah, from like another family. Because we realized who Eleanor was. So I was like, oh no, we ain't blood.
And all I'm going to leave on that is think about it.
Right there in the hashtag. Think about it.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Wasn't it a hashtag?
Think about it.
Well, let's bring it back.
If it was, bring it back. Think about it.
Yeah, think about it. Think about it. Because I can go on about it.
Hello. Let's talk about it.
Right.
But right now, you think about it.
Well, that was smooth. That was like a wrong.
I'm not a rapper, though. But thank you all for listening again. We're working hard to shape what this show will be.
Yes, very hard.
And once we get our formula, we're rocking. But until next time, again, thank you for listening. This is Spectrum Podcast.
Wait, is that trademark?